This is session 1, part 2, 1st of October 2018. I'm Ryan, the GM. It's StarFinder, it's the Fragments of Eternity. And here are the players.
It's Olga, and I do my Lashunta Emmelyn Dali person, and she is a pilot.
Excellent.
I am Nico, the Vesk.
Yep, got it, yep.
I almost said that. The Veskian war hero captain of the crew.
I'm Alex. I play Nix5, the android engineer, and I roll ones.
Good old ones.
Yes. I'm Colin, and I play Lyko, Quint, who is a sort of undead, sort of, kind of, a bit, but yes, undead. Bounty hunter.
Perfect. Right, and we left off, obviously anyone listening knows where we left off, but we took a break, so screw you guys. But also please smash that like button, subscribe, and all other things that people say at that point.
Ruin that like button. Yeah, fucking file it into it. Oh, sorry, I'm swearing. Is this a non-swearing one?
It's mostly just say what comes naturally, but also
Right,
keep
'cause I feel
that
like-
contained.
I feel Lyko is going to be a lot swearier than
Yeah,
Egypt was.
I mean that's fine. I mean
That just
if
means
we have-
YouTube will demonetize us.
and we need to go into
How
obviously.
demonetize them.
We might have to go into the space swear words thing, you know, where we make up words like spemped.
Oh, right. That actually gives me a good idea. I've got an idea,
Okay.
which I'll bring in later, but I will discuss it now for the sake of people understanding what my bit will be and playing into it. So I think Lyko is going to, at some point, probably repeatedly, deliberately offend people. So in order to do so, he may ask if it's a language he doesn't speak, what words he absolutely shouldn't say, and then just shout them.
Mm-hmm.
Nix5 will oblige to let you know anything that he can find.
Well, keep in mind there's a lot of stuff you can do out of character to set up in character moments, so don't fear being able to discuss that. I mean, like, I don't have an issue with that at all. If you want to, like, use that as a almost like what's that process?
But just for the sake of the flow, so that if in future, if he turns to someone and says, "What should I not call this Vesk?" they'll understand.
Yeah.
He is going to say that. Whereas Dietrich was always very tact.
I need to come up with some good swears, and I probably will swear by accident because it's me. That's just me. I swear like a trooper. Not proud of it. Not proud of it.
Okay, let's see if I can. Let's just make this. Does that work? There we go. Can everybody see that? There we go. Perfect.
Yes.
Right, so I'm just gonna dump you guys there. Although I'm maybe edit that because that square is really, really ugly.
It is.
There we go. A nice circle.
And Kirkley.
Yeah, just gives us an idea of where we are, roughly.
Or Wemst.
I mean, obviously this map's to scale, and it's a bigger ship than was ever intended. Right, okay.
It also
So,
appears to be a Tau ship?
Yeah.
No. It kind of looks at...
I don't know. I typed spaceship into the assets page, and it gave me that. So that's what we got. Right, okay. So who remembers what happened mere minutes ago?
Alice.
Yes. So you got a comm that came through, and it said, "Hello, I'm Alice."
Shall I talk to Alice, or do you want to take it?
Are you still on open comms, or have you got like a push to talk situation going on?
I reckon I reckon Zora would probably be like a sort of crew to crew, like ship to ship sort of hailer, but I mean for like menial dock stuff, I mean that's the point. Just
What I think Nico is trying to say is he wants to be the important talker,
no, he wants to be
not the mundane talker.
You probably only really care to talk to people that he needs to, if you know what I mean, like
Yeah.
people that he would need to. Like,
Okay.
All right, so that's you'll take it.
I guess I'll take it. this is the 11th hour. Please give us. Do we have permission to dock?
And then you can hear like the comm switch back on in response. Like, I'm not sure what time it is. My system's not networked. But hi, I'm Alice. I think Colin's already reeling it. This is one of Ryan's NPCs.
Yeah.
It's going the exact way he knows it's going to go.
This doesn't sound suspicious at all.
It's just I'm really, really kind of known for doing really awkward NPCs. That's all.
Yes. Difficult NPCs.
I don't even. I'm
Call me
just-
Artie.
just. That's it.
Oh, dear.
But just, I'd probably just groan and just dock the ship. Just dock the ship. I would just say while shaking my head.
So again, are you on open comms just now, or is it a push to talk system? Because I don't know if
Probably
you're...
push to talk.
Okay,
probably
it
push
probably
to
makes
talk.
sense. So how are you responding to Alice?
I'm just not giving that response. Like, it's a broken robot. Next, you deal with that. Like,
Wow. Judgment. Okay. So let's go for Emmelyn then, right? So what is Emmelyn's response first? Then I'll get Nick's response after that.
So I think.
So Zora just went, just
Yeah.
dock.
I think she's just gonna dock. That's the captain's orders.
Okay.
Let's
So
just find somewhere to do it.
good orcs. And Nix, how are you responding to Zora's comment?
By probably understanding it as a legitimate order and taking over the push to talk button.
Okay.
And saying, "Hello, Alice."
And then if you say that, like obviously the comm crackles back and it goes, "Hello."
Are you the station control?
And you there's a pause, a very audible crackle of dodgy comms, and then, well, I'm Alice, and then there's just nothing, not even a crackle. The comm is stopped.
Run diagnostics.
Are you saying this to Alice? Or-
Yep. That's to Alice. Sorry.
Okay. I thought you were just talking to the computer, run diagnostics computer, you're clearly broken. Spiders everywhere.
Try troubleshoot Alice.
Why is
for
the
Alice.
11th hour full of spiders? Too spooky. Okay, so as you say to Alice, run diagnostics, oh, I don't have permission to run my own diagnostics. Did you just want to come inside?
Please.
Oh, there it is. And then the comms switch off, and a whole bunch of the station lights start switching on, all the way around a very specific hangar door that then slowly starts to open. Obviously, in space you can hear the sound effects because it makes good TV, and you hear the big kind of thunk of heavy locks moving the bulkheads as they slide open.
And Nix turns to Zora and says, "The robot is functioning."
fantastic. Actually get this job done.
The robots usually not that weird.
You haven't met many robots, have you?
Turns to
Pretty normal to me, to be honest.
a few.
Just laughing at
Yeah,
Echo's background.
yeah. He's gonna say a few and leave it at that.
Yeah. Oh dear. For the audience, they get those like very brief montages of his life.
Yeah.
Okay. What's Emmelyn doing now? So obviously, quite clearly now, there's like a visible path to go, and like a big hangar door opening.
Right. I'm gonna head for the hangar door opening and also like engage all the landing systems, I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Hit those 3 switches above your head, basically, and then
Yeah.
Hope for
the
the best.
pilot thing and
Yeah. Okay.
prep.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing particularly fancy or complicated about this. It is a fairly big hangar door that opens on the central column of the station. As I said, this is the first sources of light, almost like kind of guiding lights and spotlights and things that have pointed out, here's this door here. And then, obviously, you head that way. It's a fairly big, empty hangar bay, kind of, I don't want to use this term in case you freak out, but Death Star-esque, where it's like a big side docking hangar.
Yeah.
There's like an energy field that's flickering on and off. So it's like patchy over the like the main kind of like portal, if you will, to the way in. So that probably would indicate to anyone paying attention, which would be anyone looking out the view screen at the front, the window, the view screen. You can obviously see that should be on to keep the air in. So that's bad.
I don't think we're gonna get paid today.
It's looking a hell of a lot like it. Who got us this job again?
Well, who wants
Probably
who
right.
wants to have the contacts to the ASPIS consortium with Mr. Edgar Wesland? Because, as I said earlier, off the recording, I believe, the ASPIS consortium are quite a well-known corporation in universe, and they're kind of like, their spectrum goes from legal all the way to shady and kind of super illegal. So I figured it was a good connection to have you guys attached to straight away, since it gives you the scope to do varying degrees of morality.
Yeah.
Sounds like
I
a
feel like
Lyko thing.
Sure, it can be a Lyko.
I was going to say it's either a Lyko thing or a Nyx thing.
It can
see,
be
I was gonna
both.
say it's my thing because I'm very charismatic.
Okay.
I know, like
You can
all
all
the
be.
people.
I mean, you could all be connected to it if you want. You can all be like maybe it's a group thing where.
Everyone but the captain.
Yeah,
Yes.
that might just
However,
that might just be a Vesk thing though. Maybe the corporation, maybe your contact doesn't like Vesk but understands results. It could be. I don't mind writing that in if you want.
like Vesk eat
probably
his
just wouldn't
family
care
and then
about that.
use the bones to beat his neighbours to death or something.
I mean, sure.
They're Vesk, right?
Poor
They're
Mr.
orcs.
Wesland.
But they look like lizards.
So yeah, they're the Gorn from Star Trek. But anyway,
Yeah.
other franchises apply. Okay, so anyway,
feel
you are approaching. Are you gonna fly in and just land? Because you can pretty much Millennium Falcon style this and just go in and land if need be, Olka, or Emmelyn, I should say.
yeah, yellow. Let's just land it.
It's YOLO alert. Oh, that'd be so good. Anyway, hashtag copyright. Okay. As you are just about to kind of like set the ship down, the comms going again.
Answer it, I suppose. Yes, Alice.
Hey, how did you know it's me?
I don't know. I can see the future, Alice.
And then there's a pause in the crackle and goes, that would be really useful.
Yeah, it is. What would you like, Alice?
I need everyone to stay on board until, hold on, just a second. And you can like hear like weird like I'm kind of in the middle of doing something but at the same time on the comms kind of noises that you would hear from someone also trying to multitask. Because there we go. And then like the hangar bay lights up completely now. All like the main lights come on. Not that it depends how you parked the ship. Did you reverse park? I mean, let's say you did, because let's say the back ramp goes down, and you probably want that
Yeah.
to be pointed in.
Yeah.
You can see like the energy field is complete now over the portal to the what do you call it, the outside, if you will. And it's like you would have had to hold your breath there, and then she kind of like chuckles to herself, and then the comms are clearly open, as if waiting to hear yous laugh. You know that way where somebody obviously waits for a response to like a joke.
I guess this would be like military diplomatic training. I'd be like, ha. It's like oh, you should probably laugh when people laugh, you know. Like it's like so just be like ha ha.
And then you
What a funny joke, I say sarcastically.
Alice goes, "So, who are you?" And then all these guns deploy from the hangar and point to the ship. And for the audience, we get cool laser sights to point at the ship. So there's like guns from every corner of the hangar bay. And then there's just like the ellipsis on the comm screen, blinking.
As stated before, for the 11th hour, we should be scheduled for a delivery. There was a specific person delivered this to.
Yeah, like so. Mr. Weslands gave you the protocols, etc., to like transmit, and once you dock to the paperwork, if you will, but it's all digital, so saying paperwork seems weird.
Okay.
So yeah, the red tape disc, you've got all that sorted. You can transmit that to Alice if you want.
Cool. Yeah, after saying the ship name for the 11th time or something. Oh, the 11th time.
I just really like the fact that Alice thought you were trying to tell the time to her the first time you mentioned it.
I'm transmitting the data now. And I'll transmit the data. Punch in the buttons. Do the thing.
And then, and that's all you hear. And then there's the open comm and the ellipsis again on the screen. It goes, "Sure, that'll do." And then like all the guns like retract. And it's like, "Here are the rules of the station." And then like there's this big NDA that appears on the comm screen. It is like about 25 pages long, and the text is tiny.
Nix wants to read it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, you're at the comm screen.
You can handle that.
But I mean, it is like you're on a top secret research base. You're technically smuggling stuff. You might see things you're not meant to. Like the NDA doesn't say this, but it may as well to. Let's face it.
Mm.
And it would kind of need all like your. I want to say patchword IDs, but I don't really mean that. I just mean your space ID, because everybody would have a space ID. Excuse me. So yeah, it kind of needs everyone's space ID signature. But it's 25 documents, like 25 pages long, and is the exact legalese you imagine it to be.
Scroll the bottom and hit accept.
Right, so like as like you clearly see Nix 5 start reading it, Zora just goes page down or end, and then puts your ID code in or whatever, like your thumbprint or whatever it is. I don't know how you want to transfer your ID, but yeah, you put your digital signature in it.
Okay.
Right, so that's Zora done.
Do we have to each sign it?
Oh yeah, it's every person that will be boarding.
How long will it take to sit and read it? Too long?
How long would it take you?
I imagine Nix is a fast reader. Is there?
I mean, why don't you give me a... Let's see. It depends. Are you trying to just read it, or are you trying to understand it? That's the question, right? Like
Mostly memorize it.
Right, okay. Do you want to give me an intelligence roll, then?
Just a straight intelligence.
Like, I mean, you can give me, if you've got a skill that fits, right? I need to learn the shortcut to the skills page. What page is the skills on? I should probably try and learn that now. Yeah, so it's after the classes, so it's probably on 200 or something like that. Or is that too far? That's gear. That is too far. Okay, not as far as that. 150, is that us? Nope, that's feats. So it's above that. Right, okay, so Emily got any idea what that is yet? What skill that could be?
I'm actually going to come under one of the professions that I haven't taken.
I was going to say, what would be quicker is looking at character sheet, to be honest. That'd be quicker. Let's look at
Unless anything in.
Right, so we've got... Let's see... Profession, if that is a thing that works. I'd give you sense motive, honestly, to be honest. I'd give you that. I'd give you culture. I'd give you maybe diplomacy.
I'd probably go with culture then.
Yeah, can you give me a culture roll?
Perusing in an intellectual way. I'll just write.
And just
reading
write, yeah, reading
NDA.
Yeah, reading the NDA.
Go on, number 1.
You roll a 2. That's
Well,
not bad, yeah.
We go.
That's not bad at all. So,
Improvement.
so yeah, and this is mostly just to kind of like take in the information more than necessarily understand it. But yeah, so you peruse the document. You yeah, like it's not really that difficult, to be perfectly honest. It is just boring, really boring. But I imagine, given your kind of meticulous nature, yeah, you take on board. Like you can memorize most of it. I'd say you probably don't get. This would take maybe a good, say, hour to commit the whole thing to memory with that roll, right? So yeah, and I don't think your crewmates are going to give you that hour. Let's just put it that way. Because how happy are people to just sit here for an hour now? Because I think Next 5 is doing that currently. So
I'm gonna use my psychokinetic hand to throw a box at his head. A tiny box, or like a pencil, space pencil.
In that case, I imagine he doesn't make any attempt to dodge it as he's reading.
yeah, it's like you're probably not like aware of it. I'm not even going to make a roll for it. It's just a case of just throw something at you generically. It does no damage, etc.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just like throw a pencil, and
Yeah.
then I'm just getting ready to leave.
You might even think it's a Lashunta custom if she does it often enough to you.
I
they
imagine
are
I do.
funny bunch.
I mean, to be honest, if your whole species could do that, it probably is.
Yeah. Stop hitting each other with ourselves. What? Yeah.
I would just go up very curtly, key something in, and then wander off out the room because I'm going to go and get changed.
So you're sending the
And
NDA, basically.
Yeah.
Good.
In that case, Nix will download it onto his personal computer for reading as they walk.
Sure. It actually doesn't download.
Is it?
No.
Oh.
It says it's you don't have enough access to do that.
Okay.
Get an error message.
Like, this isn't too uncommon when it comes to corporate, like, I guess, digitally, you know? Like, it's... I know it's not a word, but we're going with it. The, certain files are locked so that they, like, only one instance of it exist. So, this specific document doesn't exist on the station because it's on your ship right now.
Yep.
If that makes sense. So it's almost like having, like, a one-off document that would live in a briefcase while it's being transferred.
Yes, like a physical document.
Yes, indeed.
Is there anything relatedly? Would it have been possible for me to have like quickly recorded, maybe even on paper, the actual coordinates?
On paper? Are you mad? In space?
I do have a pencil.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
sure. Like I mean, like you have been traveling for who knows how many days to get here,
Yeah.
right?
But
Possibly
they
5
wouldn't
minutes.
they wouldn't have detected graphite and then blew up the ship or something. No.
No, but like the coordinates to this location, like you have them, right? You had to get here, so you have them. They don't delete themselves or anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he wouldn't make a copy in the computer because that'd leave a record.
Mhm.
So he'll have physically noted them down somewhere.
Yeah, sure. If you want to write that on like your inventory somewhere, then you have like
Cool.
Baskerville Station coordinates. Yeah.
I'll put that.
For now. He says non-anonymously.
No,
Yep.
Someone's smoking.
That'll be Nico.
That makes sense.
Yep. The smoker of the group.
Smoker.
I have been known to partake of Anne's cigarette.
And cigarette
Poor
every now and
Anne.
then.
Right, okay, so
So,
Yeah.
right, so
I'm currently hanging out the window. If you hear any blowy noses, tell me.
okay. What's everybody doing now? So we've got Zora that's wandered off to get ready, and has signed the NDA. We've got Lyko that's wandered off, and has signed the NDA. Got Nyx who's had a pencil thrown off him. What's Emmelyn doing after she throws the pencil?
She laughs. 'Cause
Okay.
it's funny.
Mhm.
And then just like prepping the ship for an escape, I guess, a quick escape.
Yeah,
So
okay. Well, it is already
like, all
pointed
systems-
facing out
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
so that's handy.
yeah, just all the buttons are there. I just need to go,
Makes sense. Yep.
basically. And then I don't know. I kind of want to leave, but I don't want to leave him alone in my cockpit.
You also need to sign the NDA.
Is he still all right? So I've still not signed it.
It does need all people who intend to be on the station. This is kind of like you signing the guest book, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that Alice doesn't just decide to,
Shoot you with a million guns.
apply diplomacy to you vigorously.
yeah, so
Could I try to bluff my way out of like tell Nyx that basically I know what it says. It's fine. Let's just sign it.
So just basically lie to him.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends, right? So this is the part where I'm not the biggest fan of PvP. However, if you're willing to have Nyx lied to by Emmelyn, I don't mind if she rolls against you.
yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Do you want to give me a? It depends. How likely do you think she is to lie to you if she says something like this? Given that you've read
I think
the document.
if she's claiming to know that document, he won't necessarily be that believing of her.
Let's do an opposed roll, and we'll
Right.
have Emmelyn roll first. So Emmelyn will roll. What's it called? Bluff or bloof?
Bluff.
Bloof.
Bluff.
Yep. Emmelyn will roll bloof, and we'll have you roll sense motive.
Yep.
Against it, and we'll just see what happens. Obviously, type what you're doing. If it's an opposed roll, just write opposed roll, and that'll kind of summarize why there's two players rolling. And we'll see how we get on.
Exciting.
Mm-hmm.
PvP? Oh my
First roll of the game was a 1. PvP in session 1.
This is such a departure.
I know, right?
It's like, no, I don't know if this has happened before.
Maybe
has
the
it?
ship should be called the Departed. It's not
Okay.
bad.
Hey,
I'm going to say right now, I can't beat that.
This
Because
is it. This
I've
is
got
it.
a 0, and
Hey,
I've got a
hey.
-2 to sense move.
Roll, and we'll find
yeah.
out.
See
but I
how
would say-
much you believe her.
Yeah, like
-2, so that's actually a 14.
Okay. Why is that a -2? Sorry, is that because your your Android thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and they've
Yeah.
got flat effect.
Yeah.
So-
But doesn't that work in your favour as well? Like she couldn't sense motive, she'd take the -2 as well.
She takes it if she's sensing motive. If she's just bluffing me.
Yeah,
that wouldn't-
exactly. That's what
yeah.
I mean. That's
Yeah.
why I said so.
Yeah, it's a
Good, good.
two-way thing.
No, it's another thing I liked about Androids is it's not just a downside; it's like a double-edged sword. I liked it.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So, for whatever reason, Nyx, yeah.
Yep.
You're like, oh, okay, and it's just I don't know if it's just the casual nature in which Emmelyn says it to you, or
I would say I know Emmelyn's well travelled, so I would just assume she's probably been here or on a
This
similar station. before.
maybe reinforces the Emmelyn's contact with Mr. Wesland more than yours specifically. Not to discount other people of the party, but maybe that she's more connected to this group than you are, which is probably good morally for you more than her. But yeah, also the fact she just lied to you. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
It's just that was a little lie.
Did you add that
It
in the
was a
session
white
notes though? Absolute abomination, lies.
we will be tracking your line.
You're a liar.
But then, mind tricks are light side, so there you go. Really lying is good, is what Star Wars has taught us.
Sure.
Brain lying, though, not word lying.
Although they
Except
have,
sometimes it involves.
yeah, I was gonna say they have to word lie to brain lie.
Mm.
So anyway,
It's a
I was
conundrum.
lying for the greater good.
Yeah.
So we can move on.
for speed.
Mine.
Okay,
So
so
Nick shall sign the document.
right, so next signs it on it. What about Emmelyn? Did Emmelyn sign and go?
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool. Everybody's signed, and Zig either did or didn't sign or was never here. We don't know yet. I like the idea that the rat scurries out of the air vent down, signs a document, hits send, then goes back to the air vent. Okay, cool. So the last person to sign, let's say, is Nix. Okay, as Emmelyn says that and leaves. Obviously you've signed it, and obviously Alice is waiting on it being returned. I assume you hit return.
Yep.
Good. The little mail symbol appears. It goes. You get an electronic receipt that comes up from the Apsis Consortium specifically. Nowhere in the document did it mention the Apsis Consortium in any of the 25-page document. It was all about specifically the Baskerville Research Station. It seems like they're not connected, at least legally.
Not on paper.
But this digital receipt came from the Apsis group, like the Apsis Consortium, as opposed to the Aspis, sorry, I should say. Which is maybe something to be like, why is the receipt from them and not Baskerville?
It is noted, and I think Shrive will remember it.
Well, as I said, it's in. These are the things that session notes are useful for, because, as I said, pouring through recordings isn't always ideal for that specific part. Right. Beyond that, though, yeah. So, you've all left the cockpit. Where are you all? Are you all getting ready in the getting ready room, which is probably attached to the cargo bay?
Yeah, probably.
Like, I imagine there's probably like an airlock door at the side of the ship that is also like one of those kind of corridors that's attached to multiple parts of the ship.
I think having gone off first, I probably am already readied at this point.
Yeah, sure.
I feel like I would probably have been pretty much ready. I just picked up a gun, so I probably went and started prepping the cargo straight away.
So that was my next question, yeah. Are you going to go armed?
Yes, that's one of the reasons I left initially.
Absolutely.
Nix picks up a large, unassuming piece of equipment.
Now, something that you know about transporting this item, it needed to be connected to a power supply. It could only survive off the power supply for up to an hour. Okay? Whatever maintaining equipment is within the crate needs a power source, which is why it's been connected to your ship's power source. So,
Then we've got a spare battery.
if you disconnect it, it will last for an hour. And then whatever, the equivalent of it having like a refrigeration unit,
Yep.
that idea, only it was never specified, because why would it be?
Okay, so probably best getting in touch with Mr. Name that I have.
Mr. Wesland?
Wesland.
You'd never be able to
yes.
contact him from here.
Right, okay. Have we got contact details or like a meeting point?
Yeah, he's the person he is your point of contact for the Aspis. Anytime you do jobs for them, he's your handler, as it were.
Oh, okay, right.
But he's not on this station.
No.
Yeah.
He was on Absalom. He was there when the crate got put on the ship. So he was there sending yous off. He definitely wasn't. He's not going to be anywhere near here.
Is there anyone specific we're wanting to meet, or just general deliver this thing to this whole station?
Basically, there is just a work order on a a comm device that needs to be signed for, much the way you did the NDA. And then that's returned, and then that's how you will get paid when you hand that to Aspis.
I'll ask someone who came out later than me, or just generally the group. Did anyone, get the weird robot lady? Is she actually prepared for us? Because we're coming in with a whatever that is. Can't just leave it there.
Well, should we get out of the ship, find someone to talk to,
Or he's going to go
then go back for it?
all sealed up, or he's going to go casual. And by that I mean I expect you guys to be wearing armor and such in general for going into what you would consider threat zones. But I mean, are you going to go space suited up?
I'm probably going to go space suited because of the hangar. that wasn't powered and oxygen needed.
But it is now,
That's a
remember?
word.
Yeah.
Like,
the rest of the station might not.
It could be no longer if they wanted it to.
well, I mean, that is a risk on any station, though, right?
Yes.
It is.
But no, we've no particular reason to think we'll be flushed into space. But Lyko does have his second skin on under his clothes now, which might not immediately be noticeable on account of his. Well, it's a second skin and also his weird skin anyway.
Yeah. Cool. So mostly everything's going sealed then, essentially.
I don't think next 5 would be.
Yeah,
But-
that's fine. Makes sense.
I feel like if the captain's going sealed, I'll go as well.
Yeah. I figured.
I'd
Like,
probably go sealed because who knows?
I might find a better name for that, but sealed seems good enough.
Tin canned.
Man in the can. So yeah, use I guess head to the cargo hold down. Use like maneuver the crate through the cargo hold, and then hit the button for the ramp.
Good.
Cool. So yeah.
I was going to say, I'd also set a timer.
I was about to
for-
say yeah. So we'll start the timer now.
Yes.
Right, okay, cool. Right, okay, yep, ramp. You hear the hiss of like pressures equalizing as the ramp starts to go down. It's one of those things where like maybe the start of it's like quite slow where it goes and then it opens slowly, but then it's quite quick to kind of drop the ramp at that part. Yeah, you've got that sorted. This thing is on like essentially a hover kind of platform itself. Like its base is designed that you can maneuver it easily enough so it counters its own weight, which is nice. So you can maneuver this crate pretty easily because it is, as I say, the 6-foot cube, which isn't ideal.
How many people is it sort of requiring? Is it just some one person directing it from behind, or what?
Like it's kind of got controls that you can kind of tap on and it can move,
yeah.
but at the same time you could just push it. It would take someone like, I mean, it is a big 6-foot cube, so it would be kind of heavy to overcome its general mass, but you can push it. I mean, like anyone with a strength of like say 12 plus wouldn't really struggle. It'd just be like moving a really heavy bin, and I mean a really heavy bin.
Yeah, I'm not touching that.
Yeah.
I mean, Nix would take the controls if nobody else was
I
bothered.
can go for it. Take control. Take the control.
I'll sort of stand with them, like not quite taking the rear, but sort of keeping a lookout over the thing.
Okay.
Probably on point.
Everybody still hear me okay? Yeah, good.
Yep.
Good. The good thing is because we're recording my side, anytime you don't hear me, the recording will still hear me, so it'll just be parts of me going hello, hello, hello.
It'd just be weird.
Right, okay, yeah. So obviously there's a bunch of different exits from this big hangar bay to the sides and to the back wall as well. But yeah, user there off to the ship. He's closing the ship back up, leaving it open.
Leave it open. I was just gonna say.
Yeah, I'd lean towards that.
Yeah, cool.
I have no strong opinions.
How fitting.
Okay.
How fighting.
So leaving the ship open, and yeah. So what do you do now? What's the plan? You just have an hour before this thing runs out of power, and you're in a fairly large empty hangar.
I look at the captain expectantly.
Like it's probably quite pretty to look outside into like the rest of the diaspora, since the giant hangar bay was open and that kind of shimmering shield over it.
So the strange robot lady wasn't really ready for us, was she? Sort of shrugs to large empty area.
Seems like it.
Can we see anything else?
Such as
I don't know,
there's like other containers and things, like generic things you'd expect to see in a hangar, but there's no other people.
Right.
And no signs of vast battles and
Oh no, like,
everyone being
this,
murdered.
this place is quite sleek inside. It's
Ah.
quite
Okay.
like the outside it seemed like kind of black metal, so it hid easier. You know, like they just took a space station and painted it black so it hid in space better. Like this is almost
go on it.
clinical, you know.
And say it's fully automated. Going to win.
Mhm.
So I'm probably just going to call up Alice on my comm.
Okay.
Um,
How you doing that? Are you just going to
personal
try and
comm?
like
Can I do that?
open your personal comm to like say the station Wi-Fi?
Yeah, is that a thing? Could I?
Sure, go for it.
Yeah, sure. But Alice.
And then you see on like your comm device, whatever that looks like for you specifically. Maybe it's attached to like the wrist of your armor or something. It's like a wee kind of almost like a kind of mag watch that attaches to you. You see the 3 dots appear. Is that? Oh, hello.
Hi, Alice. How about you?
And then the 3 dots appear. Goes, you know, I've never been asked that before.
Oh,
Oh, that's a shame.
I'll have to
Well-
get back to you on that one.
Well, I had a question. You
I
can
love
think on that
questions.
afterwards.
Did you
Where
know
would one-
this is a research station?
No, actually. You can tell me more about that later. For now,
Oh,
I've
it
got-
was very documented in
Oh,
the NDA.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Kat, we did know that.
Yes, absolutely.
You have friends. Hello.
Hello, Alice.
Hello again.
What?
That was very specifically directed to Nix 5.
Well, he was just saying hello.
So, Captain, where are we? The thing. Where are we taking the box with the thing? Whatever the
Yeah.
thing may be.
So, Alice, where would one go to deliver an item? I don't see any dock workers around here.
What are you delivering?
A thing.
That's something from... Yeah, the thing. Forgetting mechanics for the Aspers.
Can I look?
Yes, baby. Think.
Can she look? So looks over at the big box. Doesn't show anything. It doesn't look really like a thing you could look at.
I thought we weren't usually allowed to open these things.
She probably is though.
Also, just Nico, for your point of reference as well, the NDA told you you're not allowed to discuss anything that happens when you're on the station. Not that you can't talk about Aspis. It's the weird thing is just that
Okay.
the NDA never mentioned Aspis once, despite Aspis sending you here.
Right, okay. Right, so I would mention that then. I would say it's a contents from the Aspis Corporation.
Oh, I love those guys.
Yeah, swell people. Yeah, take a look if you like.
Stand back, and then you see like a kind of panel on the wall kind of pull back, and what looks like a camera comes out. But then it starts to like hum a little, and then like a kind of like rudimentary kind of humanoid shape appears as like a hologram, and then it slowly starts to like stream in detail, and it's just like a woman with kind of in fact, let's just pick someone famous from a TV show. Let's just go with everybody's seen Olivia Wilde in Tron 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Olka?
Yeah.
Yep, good. So Olivia Wilde, Tron 2. That is what Alice looks like, only in kind of like that kind of Cortana-esque hologram. In fact, Cortana's even a
I
better
knew
fit
you were
as
gonna
well.
say Cortana.
I was going to say Cortana's a better fit because she looks, in fact, just like Cora from said movie. But yeah, so she kind of has that kind of generic, you know, look, I'm relatively female looking, you know, and that kind of body appears, and it's got like a kind of, almost like a slightly kind of Asian style silk dress on. So it's like kind of tight around the neck, tight to the waist, and then goes down asymmetrically at the legs. And she's in kind of strangely kind of pseudo practical heels, where they kind of look like they were meant to be kind of like professional shoes / heels. So I say pseudo-practical because it's the space future. They can make heals that are practical, I'm sure. And then like this figure appears, and then you just see her staring with her hands on her hips at the crate, and then kind of like tilting her head to the side, and then flickering every now and then to remind the audience this is a hologram. And then her kind of screwing up her face, and she's like, "It's very boring." And then just turns to the group generally, but it's kind of looking through the group, so it's not actually focusing on anyone specifically, like their eye line, just the area that you're in, which is probably quite unnerving, actually.
Yeah.
I sort of tilt my head slightly and go, cute. They always make them cute.
Thank you.
Can I communicate with her through my brain?
No, there's nothing there.
No.
No, it's like it's as if like you're looking at like a picture on a wall. Like it's that same, like there's nothing to connect to.
In that case, can I just say, Alice, we just want to leave it here and go. Where can we put it?
That sounds dangerous. What's your name? And then she goes, you must be, and then just lists the names that were given on the NDA, and goes, you're Emmelyn.
Yeah, I am. Nice to meet you, Alice. Where should we put this?
And like as you say that, she goes, like her face screwed up as soon as she said it's nice to meet you, and obviously you said, where can we put this? But her face is still screwed up. She goes, is it? And then kind of looks confused and then looks at the box and goes, let me look inside. And then she kind of like walks into it, and then the hologram kind of like disappears, but the light's still casting on the side of the crate, but no detail. And then she kind of like walks out the other side and like reforms. She goes, that didn't work. And then she kind of like puts her hands on her hips again. I see. I can't let this onto the station officially. And she does the kind of air quotes very kind of flippantly. And she goes, without knowing what it is. And I don't know what it is. You just don't seem to know what it is. And it seems to have this timer on the side that says it's losing power. What happens when it gets to zero? What if this is a bomb? Did you just bring a bomb?
Probably not.
Absolutely not.
No idea.
Her eyes narrow at the Vesk.
What, you racist?
Me? No. My employers? Yes.
You are a notoriously vicious and warlike race, Captain.
I was just sniggering at that.
Yeah, damn right I am. I was the entire diplomatic corps of my species.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say to her that, look, like, we are clearly trustworthy people, as you can see. I'm sure this is nothing dangerous, because why would we bring something dangerous to you? It doesn't make any sense.
Well,
right?
Do we have papers?
More to the point, we were sent by... Who were we sent by?
The Aspis Consortium.
There you go.
Consortium is consortium.
Yeah,
I'm
it's the
corporation.
And those guys are officially completely fine.
It's in the session notes as well.
He had a momentary lapse in character, let's just say. Yeah, so they wouldn't want to bomb you. You've seen the documents. This is their shipment.
Yeah, we've got the right paperwork. So what's the problem?
Like, she flickers and then appears back at the other side of the crate, like the way she appeared initially, and then kind of looks confused and then looks back at the group and then goes, I think you maybe have to... You should probably see the station manager. And she kind of like looks confused at you.
Ah, okay.
It's the station manager. I mean, will it be quick? Because the cargo is perishable.
Do you want me to plug it back in, Captain?
It might be for the best.
And And then she
Can we
like,
just?
Yeah.
Sorry, can we just plug it in on the cargo hold?
Well, we could load it back into the ship and plug it in.
yeah, like
But-
either or
or
you could
sorry,
you could
I mean the
ask.
hangar.
Obviously, you could look for a
Yeah.
connection point. You could ask Alice. You could then plug it back into the ship. Yeah, those are all options. Yeah.
I'd ask Alice. Is there anywhere in the
Is
docking
there a socket?
that we can plug this back in? You'll see that it's just a power timer, and the timer will just stop.
And you can kind of see her face, and then like anyone that looks closely could see the 3 dots in her eyes. And she kind of goes, okay. And then kind of like turns and looks like under her arm as if she's like looking for something, and then like the wall panel opens up near the floor, and like cabling comes out, like a kind of, you know, very typical USB to USB connection for the crate.
Then I'll head over and get that plugged in.
Cool. Yep. So obviously, your strength isn't amazing, is it?
It's 13. It's pretty
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so like like you can like it's not super smooth. Do you know what I mean? But it's
Mhm.
maneuverable. So everybody kind of just stares as you awkwardly heave this box over and then just kind of like connect it to the wall. As you like move it closer to the wall, the cabling moves itself from the station wall to connect into the power source, as if it's like detected that's where it wants to be, and plugs the crate in. And you see her like staring with her face really close up to the like the timing panel on it. So it hasn't reset; it's just stopped.
Yeah, the battery needs charged.
Ah. And then she kind of like looks up as if, oh, of course, like a eureka moment. It's kind of okay. So, and then she brings up like a map of like the station, like a holographic kind of like map in front of her, and she points really quickly in that kind of, you know, okay, so you need to go here, a left, a right, up 2 floors, past this lab, down here. You need clearance for this, this, and this, which you don't have, and then you go here, and that's the office you have to go to. I have things I need to do. Also, because of the nature of this, and she points to the doors, and the giant hangar doors close. Slowly, but they close. She's like, so, just gives you guys 2 thumbs up and then flickers off.
Anybody catch up?
Um,
And the lights flicker once.
she's. I want to say weird. Definitely weird.
She's unusual.
Malfunctioning. Must be malfunctioning.
Right,
Well,
let's find somebody
Quint doesn't
real
like
to
to
talk.
assume, but-
Did you just say somebody real to talk to?
Yeah.
Whoa. Just because they don't have minds and are really awkward. doesn't mean they're not real.
Maybe that's all they have, Colin. Like, it's a mind. Like...
Okay.
Who's
So,
Colin?
so yeah, what's the plan? So
Nix is currently engaging in the android equivalent of breathing exercises.
Yep. So basically just twerking.
Yes. It's elegant.
Elegante. The Elegante
She
would
said-
be an awesome ship name.
He said the doors were closing slowly.
No, but by the time
Mhm.
this has happened, they have closed though.
Yeah.
Like that scene was self-contained, so she points at the doors. They slowly start to close, but close, and you know, and that kind of by the time she's finished explaining all the directions, you know, even though she didn't really explain them, she must have just told you, here's a bunch of places you should go, as if you knew the place as well as her, you know, and expressed the clearance levels you don't have,
Yeah.
but yet need to get past anyway.
Are there any computer terminals?
None obvious, but you can look for them if you want.
Yeah.
Cool.
Kind of look for one to get that information that she was just showing us.
Yep, do you want to give me a general perception check?
General perception.
As opposed to a specific perception check? I don't know if there's a difference.
I should type perceiving
Eyes.
hanger.
Eyes, go!
Ow. Where's my button gone? Perception.
Oofed.
Oh,
Okay, that's a natural 20.
Yeah,
Nice.
I have 2 modes.
on and off. You are very binary. So yeah, like you go up to like near one of the kind of like the bigger doors out of here, obviously being like further into the station. And as you go to that, the wall panels just start projecting like a kind of like a holo display over the wall, which is like a kind of, I mean, let's say it's about like a 50-inch TV sized kind of interface screen panel that opens up, and it goes from like floor height up, because obviously it works for other races, you know, and you can adjust it. There's dials at the side that holo kind of emit, and it's all kind of like interfacey. So the UI from the wall is on.
Yep. So is that interactive? Or is
Yeah,
it just
like
that you
it's like a
okay.
projection that like you can interact with.
I'll put down my hefty bags and begin, I guess, combing through looking for maps or door open buttons.
Yeah, I
Anything
mean,
obvious.
like, I mean, the door is next to it.
Yep.
So I mean, you could go for the door. You haven't tried it yet, so how do you know
Well,
it's locked?
I was also looking for the maps that she was showing us.
Right, yeah, like you can push a button, and it kind of gives you you are here, but it doesn't show you the rest of the station. It's almost like it's blocked out, and it says that you don't have sufficient clearance to view the whole map.
Yeah, is there?
Despite knowing
Can I-
that you've clearly seen it from Alice.
Yep.
So you can kind of like remember the bit where she pointed to where yous were, and then she started like drawing her finger through the air, through all the hologram, and then obviously, but all that's blocked out on this map. It's almost as if they don't just let anyone just see the layout of their secret space station. Unlike the Empire, who hand it out to droids.
I'll probably just turn around to. I don't think I want to go poking around too deep without permission from the captain. So, yeah, turn to Zora and ask. Do you want me to push deeper? Do you want me to?
Can you at least get us a map?
A full map?
Yeah.
I can try it.
A foolproof map would be better though, wouldn't it?
Just
Yeah.
be careful.
I am mindful of countermeasures.
Well, remember all those guns in the corners?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I'm saying be careful.
Don't worry, I roll 1s and 20s, it'll be fine.
So we're due what, a 1 soon?
Can I attempt to hack through and give myself authorization?
I mean, you can attempt most things, right?
I can attempt, yep.
Yeah.
Well, is that something for put in?
So, what's everybody else doing while Nyx went to look for said wall panel, and then obviously you had Zora and Nyx exchange the "be careful about probing deeper," which you've probably heard many times, which means he's going to hack the planet. So,
Did you see that the panel was right next to the door?
Yeah.
So,
well, one of the doors.
through
So
the
there's
door.
a few doors out of here.
Is the door openable?
No, well, I mean, you can approach it to try and leave, right?
Yeah, I'll just see if I can walk through the door.
Yeah, like as you go.
I would at least walk through the door that she gestured towards. Like more to point actually. Not
mean-
go any further. I'll just go through the door.
I mean, she kind of like when she brought up the map, she never pointed any doors in here really. She pointed to the door that was the giant hangar doors on the way out to
Oh,
space
right,
that she
yeah,
closed
yeah.
by pointing to them. She was just being sassy the way she did it.
Yeah, I'll just walk through the door as closest to the panel then. So it makes more
Cool.
sense.
So as Nyx is trying to bring up the coding to start the hack, what about Lyko and Emmelyn? As you stare between the closed hangar doors, the open cargo ramp of the ship, the plugged-in crate, or the auto-plugged-in crate, you've got a Vesk walking towards one of the doors towards the inside of the station, and you've got
I suppose one of my eyebrows is like impossibly raised at this point.
like share levels of raised. Sorry,
and then
share.
I just very, very dramatically shrug and follow the captain.
Yeah, okay. Yep. Cool. Remember we have that happen as the exchange as you like head towards, like Zora's headed towards the door and spoke to Nyx as that's happened. You follow up. What about Emmelyn?
Are we still sealed?
User, yeah, everybody who is still sealed is still sealed.
Okay. Is there a need for it?
I'll probably take my helmet off, but probably.
Yeah, because that's what I'm thinking. I'll take my helmet off and just have a wee look around. I'll
Classy.
probably go check on the ship, like just check for.
I will remind you, and it's not to say there's a reason I'm reminding you, it's just because, again, I will do this occasionally, so don't freak out if the GM gives you information. It's not to shape your decisions, but remember the light flickered once when Alice vanished? And that was the hangar bay lights?
Yeah, totally not freaked out. Okay.
Just,
Um,
I don't know if you remembered that, so that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll bring this back
Nah.
up in case.
Nah, do you want to know, actually, I'm going to stay sealed.
I figured
Yeah.
you might
It
want
was
to.
even a
Because I know that if I knew
Yeah.
this, I would
So-
stay sealed. That's all I'm saying. But I'm a
Yeah.
really cautious player that really values my life, and I mean I would be playing an android, so I don't even need to be sealed, and I still would be.
Just bit of space.
Yeah.
Might catch a bullet. You never know.
This is it. Yep. Right. Okay. So if that's the case, then maybe you go to take it off, and then you think, you think better of
Yeah.
it, and maybe you shake your head. Right. So we'll go back to Zora. So Zora, yeah, you approach the door. That's just, I mean, it's only maybe about 10 feet or less away from where the wall panel interfaces came up for what do you call it, Nyx 5, and you go to the door. Yeah, the two doors open. Like the kind of part, just like automatic doors would. You hear the nice swoosh noise, which is very quickly overridden by a very loud klaxon alarm into like a dark corridor where every now and then there's pulses of red light. And you just hear voot, 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 voot as this alarm pulses. Very, very loud.
Turn around.
And also, you see through the doorway, there is a strange, like, maybe roughly the size of like a weird misshapen football floating in the air, of weird coloured liquid that looks a bit like a plasma globe inside, like so it's like sparking within itself, like a really weird kind of floating bubble. And you can see like the red lights kind of reflect off it every time it pulses in the corridor. That is dark, by the way, and just lit by these red pulses.
Who came out with me? It was Lyko and Emmelyn.
Yeah, I followed.
Lyko's behind you,
Fine,
yeah.
It doesn't even matter. I'll just turn around. And
Everybody can hear the alarm. Like everybody can hear it now because it's loud. It's almost as if like this was like a
That is-
soundproofed station, you know. What was
I'll
that?
just turn around and say, anybody know what that is? And I would probably take a step back, obviously, because
From the floating orb.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Is it something anyone would know?
Doesn't look familiar. I mean, it's a floating orb of liquid, right? That has weird energy.
They seem to be
within
a
it.
feature, right?
You think, Colin? I mean, I was wondering how long it would take you to notice a similarity. Huh.
Lyko probably just looks up at the captain and says, "So, I think that's the wrong door."
How about we end it there?
I know what I'm going to suggest as the name for the session.
I think that's
The wrong
the
door.
Wrong door. That's a perfect place to end it, right? Yeah, guys. Right. We'll do a very, very brief roundup in the next 4 minutes. Did you have fun? Is the main thing.
Yeah, it was good fun.
You can be as brutal as you
Got a
like.
swing at you.
Obviously, we'll get more in depth as the weeks continue. I'm hoping you are enjoying the initial hook to the game. I know I had a lot of fun making it up. I know I could just hear Colin internally laughing as soon as Alice introduced herself.
She just knew, it's like, oh no, it's a Ryan NPC. She's going to be impossible to talk to. It's going to be a nightmare. She's not going to understand every other thing we say. She's going to misconstrue things. She's going to be weird. And she was.
Yeah. It was good fun. Besides enjoying you guys, your interactions, how you've played, yeah, thank you very much for playing, everybody. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you
Thank you
for
for
running
running.
for us.
Yeah, thanks.
No problemo. I'm glad you graced us with your presence, Olka, on your birthday, no less.
Oh,
it's
shit,
a
forgot
birthday.
about that. Happy birthday!
Thank you. It's okay. I don't have any other life. This is all I have.
now you have 2 lives.
I said that's not true. You also have D&D.
That's true.
I
Yeah.
do also have D&D. I have 3 lives.
There you go. I also like the fact that we've not revealed your birthday in-game gift, and I'm excited about
Yep.
that.
Yep.
It's quite cool.
Me too.
I figured I'd give her a little additional starting thing, which is quite cool.
Yeah.
Kind of
And it's not the-
universally good for every day, really. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's cool. Do I get one? Mine's is on Wednesday.
No, because you didn't start the game then.
Fuck you, right?
This isn't fair on those of us that don't celebrate our birthdays. Which is probably just me, right?
Probably.
I don't
right?
really celebrate my birthday. I really don't.
No, like I'm open to that. I don't mind doing stuff like that. I think it's quite fun. Nice wee kind of pseudo meta interaction. I think it's quite fun.
Yes, Sodomita.
Yes. Beyond that, I'm going to stop the recording now. Anything else people want to say as the final words of this session?
Farewell,
In
listeners.
fact, yeah, what we should do on this is, what are we calling the session? That's what we should do. I mean, I know there's a good suggestion from Colin pending, which is I think that's the wrong door.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I could reference a song, but I mean,
What would your song reference be?
it would be rude.
Is it Who the F is Alice?
Yeah.
That's a great song. Yeah, well, what's your suggestions? Do you want to just type what your suggestions are then, if you all want to add one in, if you can, if you have one? I don't mind if they're the same as each other, but it'd be quite nice to get a wee mini democracy going for session titles, because it's usually quite fun to look back on what we called them.
General text.
Yeah, sure. I am fond of the one Colin picked, I'm not going to lie, it was a good way to
Yeah.
end the
I
session.
am. You will
Oh,
discover
as well.
a session naming machine.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's got my vote.
Yep, good. I mean, I'm happy to go with that if that's the case then.
I'm good with that. I'm good with
Yeah.
that as well.
Yeah, good.
It's the best one.
I'll add that into the log.
log.
Yes, it is good times. It's also quite good because it means when Callum joins us, if he is able to, it means we can quite happily have him just catch up through the audio that you have enjoyed, obviously. I think this is the wrong door. Perfect. Good. It's chapter 1. Right, I'm going to stop the recording. Goodbye, all of our amazing listeners. Goodbye.